Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Happiness Journey with Dr. Dan podcast, where every journey is worth living. My name is Dr. Dan, and I'm your host for today's episode. I'm a bilingual neuro-linguistic programming and cognitive behavior psychotherapist specializing in anger management issues, both court-appointed and private, marriage counseling using the EFT method, dissociative disorders, narcissistic personality disorders, depression, anxiety, dream analysis, and also provide life, business, and retirement coaching support. I provide individual one-on-one session in both French or English, and also do group settings. If you need any assistance, reach out to DMV Therapy and Coaching Services at 301-325-1550, and our website can be found at lifecoachdanamzalai.com. Today, I'm very excited to have for our 8th episode of season 15, a very special guest and author of 7 Level of Truth, an executive coach, Mr. Bill Heinrich. And just like every of my past episode, I will leave it up to the guests to properly introduce themselves, as no one can do a better job. Bill, is yours.
Thank you, Dan. I'm Bill Heinrich. My company is True Life Purpose Now. My specialty, excuse me, is emotional intelligence and showing people what's blocking them in life and keeping them from being happy. So I work with clients, showing them how to have extreme happiness without sacrificing success.
Wow, okay. So that's kind of hard to be able to combine both, because most, when it comes to wanting success, they will have to put it at the expense of their happiness by working 24/7, by working nonstop, not really taking a break, and then
So true.
So you're saying that you could both be successful and, of course, happy. But then again, how would you define what success is for everyone and what happiness is for everyone?
It's different for everyone. Okay. And happiness is very elusive. You have to understand that right to begin with. Frankly, is there such a thing as happiness? That's my question. There is for success. I've been studying and researching this for over 30 years. I've been working with clients all around the world for 15 years. The tools I use are so clear and so powerful. Once a person fills out an application to work with me, if they qualify, I give 100% guarantee of success.
Okay.
But they have to be able to understand and do the work. And that's the most important thing. Happiness, in all my research, people tell me about happiness. I say, well, you can't have happiness without sadness, right? So it's more about contentment, clarity, awareness, and energetic responsibility.
Okay. That's an interesting concept. So how do all of this come together? Or what can people do in their lives to be able to bring all of those, I would say, characteristics together?
Is you have to understand how you feel. The only thing that's really true for us is how we feel.
Correct.
Everything else are projections. It's everybody's throwing things out there. I frankly tell people there's only one truth, and that's how you feel. And because your feelings are based on your inner game, your feelings are based on the stories inside of you from your past, from your upbringing, from your family of origin, from all the authoritarian figures as you were growing up, your life lessons. There's so many different pieces that come in, but there's 3 or 4 predominant pieces. And when a person understands that, it's much easy to create conscious awareness and choice. You see, the challenge is, and I mean, we could go down quite a rabbit hole, I think, right? But the thing is, everybody's stuck living in the physical and surviving. But all of our power and all of our potential is not in the physical. It's in the non-physical.
You mean consciousness?
Energetic in your energy. All of your power and all of your potential sits in your energy.
Okay.
And when you have stories and beliefs that create energy that block that, what you're doing then is stepping from power to a place of being a victim because you're living in the physical. Do you agree with that?
Yes, absolutely real.
Look, you can only have power or be a victim. It's real simple. It's one or the other. The reason people don't pursue this in their regular life is because when they look at the non-physical, they don't know what the hell it means. And the reason we don't know what it means, scientists will clearly tell you, we've seen all of Earth, but in the universe, we're on the inside looking out.
Correct.
And all of your power and all of your potential is not on Earth. What's on Earth is a manifestation of that energy.
Okay. So do you compare the physical world as a material world? Is that what you mean by physical? Because
anything in the physical, anything in the physical can only take you to extreme limitation.
Okay.
That's all the physical can deliver. Hard work, lack of clarity, suffering. What else? I mean, that's the best we get out of our physical life. And when your whole focus is there, then you're led to a life of suffering. But when you understand what I teach is there's really only two emotions. There's love and fear. You can live in one or the other. You cannot create fear in the non-physical. It's impossible. I'm going to repeat that. It's impossible to create fear in the non-physical.
But what about negative energy that people hold from within, and because of this energy, they attract?
Where's that energy? But where's the story and the energy coming from?
Well, it's based a lot on their history, their trauma.
It's all in the physical.
Yeah.
Yes. And there's no power there whatsoever. In the non-physical, coming from a place of love is where you can create anything you desire.
Okay.
However, you have to understand, it's like why the guy hitting himself in the head with a hammer, right? Because it felt so good when he stopped, right? and that's all you're going to get out of the physical. But when you understand that science has proven everything in the universe is a vibration.
Correct. Yes.
We're a vibration. We are not human doings. We are human beings. We are energetic beings with a very unique energetic purpose. And when you understand that, you can start connecting to what doesn't serve that purpose. So, we come to life with life lessons. It's all about survival, another mouth to feed. You got to do this. And it's all about manipulation and control and classrooms and just everybody trying to maintain society and keep a semblance of order and balance, right? And we have chosen these lessons. We are going through these lessons, and all of your power and all of your potential is on the other side of the lesson. But you'll never know you're in the lesson in your head. It'll never happen because your head can only protect you.
Mm-hmm.
It'll only protect you, and it can only create fear. It can only access your past, and it cannot come to the present moment.
But then
your heart can.
Yeah, but Bill, let's say if I go back to what you were saying about the human beings versus the human doings, that actually, the society that we live in, wouldn't you agree that school, the education system and all that, they create a bunch of slaves to be able to continue on?
Oh, there's no question. No question.
But then how do we detach ourselves from doing things because what authority told us to do versus being things that we feel is right for us. So does that mean
There-
we have to create a civil war to be able to say, screw you, government, we're not going to listen to your shit anymore?
no, you don't have to do that. But the first thing you have to understand is what doesn't serve you.
Okay.
And the only way you can tell what doesn't serve you is how you feel. Because we work with boundaries on our ignorance that are so narrow, it's laughable. Yet when we go to the non-physical and you go meditate, there's a non-physical, do a meditation. You can go anywhere you want in the universe. You can create anything instantly. Instantly. And when you connect to that energy, you can bring it into the physical. But you can't think it in. It's not possible. It's impossible.
So how do you convert it? How do you convert this energy from the non-physical and bring it into the physical?
You just become aware.
So
It's awareness.
Okay.
It's awareness and choice. First of all, it's real simple. There's two emotions, love and fear. Now, this is very important. Love and fear cannot coexist.
Okay.
Let me repeat that. They cannot coexist. The only way you can create fear is in your physical life.
Correct.
If you're in fear, you're in the physical. Do you like the way it feels? If not, go look at the story that's supporting you with these beliefs or whatever you have that's generating this energy that, I mean, just look at the percentages of divorces, myself included, right? So it's insidious.
Okay, then if you look at fear, which is an acronym for false expectation appearing real, that's the acronym of fear. We construct.
That's one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of them. Or false evidence appearing real, whatever they want to do the E.
Or F everything and run.
Yeah. So isn't it like a normal response to a situation that we do not control and that we feel that it is completely out of our chance to be able to deal with the circumstances that we face? So we create fear from within because we just don't know how to deal with the situation at hand. And this is a lot of people deal with on a day-to-day basis.
That's
so
it.
It's an imminent response to the amygdala that actually creates this kind of like sense of like fight or flee. But how can you eliminate fear? Is it by staying only
in
the world?
You can't.
You can't. So then we're all going to be slave from what is
No. That's not true. No. You can't eliminate fear because we're living in the physical.
Then you say that you might as well just live on the non-physical. Is that correct? So how can people stay in a
when you're in that place, you ask yourself one question: does this serve you and everyone around you? And you have to understand your destiny is inside you. It is inside you. And it's in these stories and beliefs that don't serve you.
Okay.
And what you want to do when you learn to come from a place of love for the benefit of all involved, regardless of the outcome, because when you're coming from a place of love, the outcome doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's how you respond to it. Would you agree with it?
100%.
So if you're not in that state where you can respond to it, now the first thing you're aware of is you're stuck in the physical. What is creating the fear? What's the story inside you? Is it low self-esteem? I might go on and on and on and on. I've been doing this a long time. Many, many, many things. But the truth of the matter is everybody's looking outside of them. And the best we get out of physical life is a search for clarity. It's right now, you don't know what you're doing later today. You think you do, but you don't, because everything changes all the time.
Correct.
It's always a search for clarity.
Correct.
It's always creating that awareness. When you come from a place of fear, what are you going to create? Fear
Mhm.
all around you. You are literally going to manifest the actual problem that you're afraid of without ever allowing the universe to handle it for you by coming from a place of love. Okay. Let me give you an example. A number of years ago, I bought a house. I currently live in an RV full time. Bought a house out in Las Vegas. I got the owner to finance it when I bought it, and I got a 1 year loan from the owner, and I couldn't pay them.
Okay.
I was coming up to the end of the year. It was July, and the whole loan was due in August.
Okay.
And I was sitting there going, "Damn it all!" I mean, I'm not going to go into the circumstances because they really don't matter. All that matters is I couldn't pay them. I sit in there and said, "What should I do?" Boom! I detached from the physical, got a quick hit, got in my car, had never met the gentleman before, drove down to his office and asked to speak to him.
Okay.
He saw me. I walked in and said, "My full payment is due to you for the $250,000 next month, and I don't have the money. I
Okay.
realize you can do whatever you want. So, how would you like to handle this?" That's the way I got out of the fear.
So does it, okay, so let me ask you a very important question there, Bill. Do you feel that indifference eliminate fear?
Does indifference
Eliminate
eliminate?
element of fear?
Oh, is indifferent an element of fear?
Yes. Or no,
Actually,
it's indifference. So let's say you are indifferent about things, so you no longer care about the circumstances or the end result of that circumstance that you're
you
dealing
let go of those.
with. Yeah, you let go of those. So then the indifference will eliminate the fear in your life.
Maybe not. That's not necessarily true. But when you learn to come from a place of love for the benefit of all involved,
Okay.
you're in a state of surrender, and you're there to get clarity. That's it. And we let the universe determine what that clarity is. When we're in the physical, Dan, you know this, everybody lives in these expectations. And the definition of disappointment is when expectation meets reality, because it never comes out the way we want it to, right? So fear's a beautiful part of the human experience, and it's your guide. It is your human radar system that says you're headed into a storm.
Okay.
Now, you can keep flying at the same altitude into the storm, or you say, well, maybe I ought to put this down and sit for a second. You have many choices. Many people don't even think they have choices. People don't even understand choice.
But maybe they
It,
don't understand choice because nothing is offered to them. Or is it because they don't allow themselves to open their mind to other form of reality that they block
it's
them out?
yeah, it's both. It's you know, we're very, I call it social policing.
Yes, yes, that's correct. But then, like for example,
Okay.
buy a mortgage or when you have a mortgage for a house, there's not really much choices that if you don't pay the monthly mortgage payment, you
Well, wait. Yeah, but wait. Okay. You have a mortgage. You have an energetic responsibility for a choice that you made.
correct. That's true. Yes,
And when you don't have the capacity to meet that responsibility, there's something going on inside of you.
that is another good point. You're right. So then, but people make like if you look at people that during the pandemic, when the price of the homes were exorbitant, they went up like everyone jumped into the spree of like wanting to buy a house, etc. Then they made their choice to buy that house, but yet they live life with regret afterwards, realizing that they paid the house 150% more than what they were actually
Whatever.
affording. Okay.
And here's the deal. It's all about me and more. It's all about the physical, and there's no happiness there. The happiness can only come from within. You will never find happiness outside of yourself, ever.
Oh, hold on. Repeat this for a second. What do you mean you're never going to find happiness from within?
I said from outside yourself.
Oh, from outside. Okay, okay. I see. Okay, yeah, because happiness starts from within. And then, but people, okay, for example, when you have people looking for validation from others to be able to whatever they do in life, either
It's pretty much what everybody does. Yeah.
exactly. Do you think that if they do get positive feedback from the external element they live in, when
No.
that brings them a sense of positive validation or emotional validation that they seek to be able to become happy?
No. Water seeks its own level.
Okay.
Water seeks its own level. So what I mean by that is get a bowl, 2 bottles of water, pour the water in, water seeks its own level. So you only have the capacity to get information
Okay.
based upon the limited space you live in, or you have to learn to become completely open-minded and understand that we're all different. We can all learn new things from each